So, welcome to my vlog about Palestine. Um, it is in the wake of attempts by the Likud party to draft emergency laws, to fast track them, to ban Palestinian flags, as you can see here, at small events even, and protests in the West Bank and in Gaza. And this is, in my view, to prevent a national unity feeling amongst the Palestinians, so that the national consciousness is extinct in a way. So I've got a flag here, as you can see, and I've had this up for just over a month because it's just been a little bit more than a month since this has made the news. And so I have my flag here waving for the last 35-40 days, just in solidarity of the Palestinian people, because I do believe that the Palestinian people do need as much solidarity as they can get, and they're not the only people in the world, of course, that deserve this attention. Really, there's a lot of other ethnic groups, nationalities that obviously are oppressed. So that, Tibet is, for instance, one. There is certain African countries where religious groups are trying to rule and waging war and trying to extinguish the voices of dissent. Now that's happening all around the world, but I think in Palestine it's just a little bit different because of its history, because the Palestinians before 1948 were living quite happily with Jewish and Christian populations together. I mean, there were skirmishes, yes, but there was certainly not what we have now, because now we have Gaza, which is quite a small piece of land comparatively, but yet 1.8 million people live on it, and 1 million of those people that live there are actually internationally recognized by the UN refugees. So you can easily say Gaza is the largest open-air prison in the world, and has been for the last, 1.5 decades. So there was also, on the 30th of March, a 6-week campaign was also grown, or was planned, and it did happen, where peaceful protesters near the fence in Jerusalem wanted to protest because it's the only population in the world that has no right to return to their homes, and many of their homes are on the Israeli side. Many of them have been demolished, but yes, here we go. Yes, so in those protests till the 6th of May, from the 30th of March to the 6th of May, so that's roughly 40 days, 110 Palestinians were shot by snipers, and somewhere in the range of 15,000 were wounded, and that included people who clearly were wearing vests to indicate that they are medical staff or medical personnel. So some of those were shot, many of them were wounded as well. So can you imagine a pretty much peaceful protest in England, in London, and the police shoot 110 people? And I think the last time that happened was in Ireland. and inquiries are still going on as to what happened there, but we're not even talking about anywhere near the number of 110 of people, so there is now, although there was some brothers also that were shot, there's now 15,000 people walking around with injuries, some of them lifelong injuries, and that is just not right. So here I would say free Palestine. That is what really my message is. Recognize Palestine as a country and treat them as equals. That's, I think, the minimum that I personally, and I would imagine many Jews and many Muslims would be happy with. So until that day, I shall be making here and there more videos. If you look on my channel, I have already made some videos. I recently took part in a Palestinian solidarity ride, the big ride for Palestine from Coventry to London. It was a 3-day ride, and again I have made many little YouTube films about that. Again, just go to my channel and you will be able to see that. Right, thank you for listening, and here from England with a nice sunshine, solidarity to Palestine. Thanks for listening.